client, I did a consult, and this was maybe 10 years ago. And the dog, I showed up to the lesson. They were like, oh, it's aggressive, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, it's a puppy. It's a puppy. I'm sure it's biting you, you know? And so I fully showed up with like, okay, it's a working breed. It just needs some better training. This dog was nasty. And this dog was extremely unpredictable, and there was a screw loose for sure. And I ended up just telling him, hey, did you get this dog from a breeder? They said, yeah. I said, send it back. This isn't going to be you're having a family, your wife's pregnant. And they ended up keeping the dog, and they moved away, and they called me and said, hey, we're in this new city, and I'll leave names and stuff out of this, but they were in a city with a really well-known dog trainer. He's a friend of mine, and I gave him the contact. I said, hey, look, I still think you should have got rid of the dog, but if you're going to train, this is the best person I know. They worked with this dog for years and did everything they could. The trainer is a phenomenal dog trainer, but the dog lived in a muzzle its whole life pretty much. And then I got a phone call a couple years later, and it was the guy, and he said, he was crying, and he said, I'm so sorry, I should have listened to you. And I said, what happened? He goes, the dog put my wife in the hospital, almost killed her. And I didn't say I told you so, but in my head I'm thinking that, you know, but I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry, is she okay? And he's like, yeah, I wish I would have listened to you years ago. You told us this was going to happen. You told us there was something wrong with the dog. And you know, to see it, I didn't believe it at that time that you could see it that young in a dog. You know, I was like, nah, it's a puppy, you know, but there was just something off, you know. So kind of a horror story for me.